Hello and welcome back to week 7 of our Christmas quilt sew along. I'm Erica with Revival Threadworks, and in today's video we're going to be assembling the whole quilt. So all the different the different blocks that we've been working on the last few weeks are going to get sewn together in columns, and then we're going to sew the columns together, add the background pieces, and then the top will be ready. So if you're ready to get started, let's go. Alrighty, so I'm coming at you from the opposite side of my cutting table because I've put my quilt top pieces on my little design board here, and if I get up too close to it, you're not going to be able to see. So I'm sorry for the view, but at least this is the best way that I can think of to be able to show you. So this is the most exciting week, I think, and this is the week where we assemble the whole quilt top. So what we're going to do is we're going to sew the quilt top together in rows. So we've got row 1, row 2, row 3, row 4, and row 5. Now, if you consult your pattern, you'll see that I have placed my ornaments in a different order than the pattern shows. And that's just because some of my color placement, I kind of played around with it and you know, I just laid it all out just to try to see what looked best as far as colors and patterns were concerned. So I did make some changes there. However, all of the actual bead strings that you see are exactly the way the pattern has them laid out. I just changed where the ornaments were. And again, that's a color choice. And also just a little bit more pleasing to my eye. So I'm just gonna, again, just sew these in rows. Now I wanted to show you something that I want, you know, it's something that I want to point out to you because I'm a new quilter and I don't know if you're new to quilting or not, but I saw it specifically on this one. So if you look right here, you see I didn't get super even. If you look over here, I'm nice and even, but on this, I'm a little bit over. So I'm going to have to do a little bit of compensating, and what I'm going to do is the same thing that I was showing you that I was doing with some of my other pieces, and that is just pinning them together and trying to go off of the line that's the straightest, I guess. So again, the pattern does not call for any kind of trimming up, so I'm not sure I'm going to do any trimming exactly before I start putting pieces together, but I am going to have to compensate for little areas like this where my pieces are kind of falling over a little bit or coming over just a little bit. I'm sure, well, you may or may not encounter the same thing, but I did want to address it just because I don't want you to panic. If you see it, we'll just do some compensating with, you know, when we start putting the pieces together, we'll just compensate a little bit for any pieces that might be over, just like, you know, that one here. And I've got quite a few, sadly, you know, like I said, I don't try to be inaccurate, but I think that it just happens when you're working with so many pieces like this. It just happens, and all we have to do is just, you know, compensate just a little bit for it. Anyway, I'm going to start sewing my rows together. Once I get all 5 of my rows together, I will come back, we'll take a look at what we've got, and then we'll start assembling row to row to row. So one thing that I forgot to discuss in my opening there at the table is that I'm going to go ahead and chain piece these blocks or these rows. So what I went ahead and did is I just did sets of 2 all the way down for a few rows, and then I will just chain piece them and then assemble each row, and you know, just I'm trying to chain piece as much as I can without getting confused. So one thing I might suggest is that you take a photograph of your quilt before you start doing all your chain piecing. That way, if you get mixed up and you get messed up, you have a reference. But anyhow, I'm going to keep sewing through all the rows, and then once the rows are done, we'll meet back over at the design board and move forward with the next steps. Okay, so now I have all 5 of my rows sewn together. Hopefully you can see a little bit down here. But all the rows are sewn together, and now it's time to sew each row to the next row. So I will just go row by row. I will do this one connected, obviously, and then I'll probably do this one connected, and then I'll try to connect them all to the middle. I think it's a little bit procedural, so however, you know, you want to go about putting your rows together, but basically we're just sewing a whole row together, and then once we're done with that, we'll put the side pieces on to each side of the ornaments, and then we will be done with the quilt top. So I wanted to actually jump right back in here and just kind of discuss something that I can't really discuss on the wall, and that is compensating for the unevenness. So I talked about it a little bit in the last section about how I was going to compensate for some of those uneven parts when I went to sew the rows together, or excuse me, to create the rows, and now it's time to sew the rows together. So this is the outside, like the far outside of my quilt. Hopefully you can see here, this is that one that I pointed out the first time. The rest of it seems to be okay. So what I'm going to do is just start up here at the top. And if you notice, this here and this here should be even. So I'm going to go ahead and start by, you know, pinning these pieces together right here on the seam line so that hopefully the seams will match up. And I'm going to continue this down the row as much as I can, because here's another seam I can match up. So this is going to help me try to have as nice a seams as I possibly can. I think that when I created this, I wasn't super worried about the seams, just because I'm a pretty new quilter, and I'm just more focused on the process of quilting than I am the precision of it right now. And I know that that may sound counterintuitive, but for me, it's kind of how I work through a new skill, is I will just kind of, you know, go full speed ahead. And then when I'm done with that, I'll kind of go back and review the places where I could have done better, or the things I need to do differently next time. So I kind of took this approach with this one, because this is only, you know, again, a few quilts in for me. And I know that I didn't have a lot of precision in places like this. So like my point here is missing, and the point here is a little bit over, and they don't line up all that much. So again, I just kind of powered through the quilt just to get the process down. But when I'm sewing these together, if I can get some, I'm not going to say precision, because I think I'm a little bit beyond precision at this moment, but if I can get some seams to start matching up, that's exactly what I'm going to do as I move along here. So this seam right here can match up with this seam. And then again, I'm just going to go all the way down and see how many seams I can match up, so I can try to have this be as straight as I can. And then, you know, when I'm sewing this and I see the little unevenness here, I'm just going to follow this line here. So that way, because if you notice, this is over here and here, but here we're good. So my eye is going to follow this line here, and it'll compensate for this overage that I have over here. Anyway, just wanted to kind of jump back in, because I'm hopeful. I mean, maybe that's not the right word to say, but I'm thinking I'm probably not the only one that had a little bit of trouble with precision on this. If I am, then awesome, you're amazing. If I'm not, then hopefully this helps you a little bit. Again, we're just trying to make things as straight as we can. So anyhow, I'm going to go over to the machine, get these sewn together, and then we'll come back and do the little side pieces, and then the top will be all done. Alrighty, so now I am ready to sew all of my rows together. So I've gotten 2 sets of rows pinned together. I'll do those 2 kind of chain piecing, and then I'm going to come back with the last one and sew it to each of the sides here. But I'm just going to put you guys on fast forward here, and I'll see you back over at the table when I'm done. Okay, so as you can see, I have now sewn together the main body of the quilt, and the last thing that I have to do is put the side background pieces to each side. So I'm just going to kind of move you over here just a little bit so we can get a little view of what we have to work with. And these are the background pieces for the sides. So we cut 4 strips, and now we're going to sew those together. So we'll sew 2 strips together, right sides together, and then do that twice. And then those are the pieces that go on this side. One of those goes on this side, and one of those goes on this side. Now they will be, once you sew them together in the sizes that, you know, the width of fabric, they will be a little bit taller than we need. So I'm just going to go ahead and just match one of my edges down there, and then I'm going to trim off the excess at the bottom. But let's go ahead and sew those on, and then our quilt top will be finished. So all I'm going to do right now is just chain piece these 2 little strips here. I'm just going to sew these large strips together, and these will make the background, or these will make the side strips for the whole quilt. So once I get these sewn on, I'm going to attach them to the sides of the quilt, and then we will be finished. All right, so we are at the very last step of sewing together our quilt top. I am now sewing together those long strips that we made just a minute ago at the table. These just go on each of the side, right and left. There's nothing that goes on the bottom, but anyhow, I'm going to sew on these borders, and then the quilt top will be done. Okay, y'all, so my quilt top is done, and I am so thrilled about it. Hopefully you can see what it looks like. I am literally sitting on top of my cutting table so that you can get a good view of the whole quilt, but it came out so, so cute. I was a little bit nervous, but I'm pretty glad about it. I think it came out really good, but I do want to kind of zoom in a little bit here and show you. So this is where I tried to put the rows together. So right here looks pretty good. This one's off a little bit. This one's pretty good. I just did the best that I could, because like I said, I'm not really a seasoned quilter, so I think it still came out really wonderful, and I'm pretty thrilled about it. Thank you so much for joining me today. This was a super exciting day in this sew along for me, just to be able to see everything kind of come together. I started having some doubts a couple of weeks in about my fabric choices and about all this stuff and all the different things with traditional piecing that I don't normally like. So I was very anxious to see what it was actually going to look like when it was done. And if you can see behind me, I think it came out pretty darn good. So anyhow, next week we're going to actually do the quilting. So next week we're going to put the backing on, we're going to do our quilt sandwich, and then we're going to get started quilting it. I'm going to quilt mine using my QMX, so I will go ahead and show you some videos of what that process looks like. And then in our final week, we're going to bind the quilt. Anyhow, thank you so much for joining me. I hope that you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please like, share, subscribe, and comment. That just helps me know that I'm on the right track, and it also helps my channel to grow. I hope that you guys have a wonderful rest of the week, and I will see you on Friday. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.